What's going on, everybody? I'm back to do my UFC 108 Evans versus Silva predictions, as well as my New Year's Eve K-1 slash Dream slash Sengoku predictions. It's going to be melded into one video. So I won't go crazy into depth on all the fights. I'll just kind of give a brief breakdown. Junior Dos Santos versus Gilbert Yvel. Junior Dos Santos, purple belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Good striker, has really improved and put himself in the mix for the title hunt in the heavyweight division in the UFC. Gilbert Yvel, Pride superstar, has fought numerous organizations, fought last in Affliction. Has kind of turned his career around from being the MMA bad boy, from hitting referees and doing illegal stomps and whatnot to opponents, to a guy that's actually taking his MMA career seriously. He's improved a little bit on his ground game, which is an area he's always had problems with. Unfortunately, in this fight, I think that Dos Santos is going to come in with a smart game plan. If he stands with Yvel, he runs the risk of getting knocked out. I think Yvel is the better pure striker, but I think what Dos Santos is going to do is use some combinations to get a takedown, put Yvel on his back, look for a submission, and he'll probably get it. So I'm going to say Junior Dos Santos gets a late first-round submission over Gilbert Yvel. Next fight, Jim Miller versus Dwayne Bang Ludwig. Jim Miller, a brown belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good wrestler, good boxing skills. Of course, the brother of Dan Miller. He's taking on Dwayne Ludwig, who has not fought in the UFC in a long time, but he is an MMA vet. Dwayne Ludwig, a very good striker. The only areas of his game he's had problems with has been his wrestling and his grappling, which unfortunately in this fight I think is going to come out to haunt him. I'm going to say Jim Miller takes a second-round submission over Dwayne Ludwig. Jim Miller's just a better wrestler and a better grappler. All right, next fight, Joe Lauzon taking on Sam Stout. Joe Lauzon, good grappler, good wrestler, decent boxing skills. He's kind of improving on that. He's had some issues in the past, with some of his striking. I think that it's an area that he's still improving on. He's taking on Sam Stout, who is a decent striker, decent grappler, has some issues, I think, a little bit with his wrestling. It's still an area of his game I think that he needs improvement on. I think Lauzon's going to take this one. Lauzon will probably wear down Sam Stout. Sam Stout's got a good gas tank. He's a tough guy. I think that Lauzon's just going to wear him down and eventually get a late third-round TKO stoppage, so that's my pick. All right, next fight, Dustin Hazlett taking on Paul Daly. Dustin Hazlett, a BJJ black belt. He's got decent hands. His striking is, definitely something that needs to be improved upon. His wrestling is an area that he needs a little bit of an improvement on as well. Paul Daly, good striker, decent takedown defense. Of course, he's fought numerous organizations, fought over in Cage Rage, an MMA vet himself. In this fight, I think Paul Daly has enough takedown defense and is smart enough to not get caught up in either getting, in the clinch or letting Hazlett try to pull guard. I think Paul Daly will, use some leg kicks, use some jabs, use some good 1-2 combinations, moving in and out of the pocket, and being able to sprawl and not allow Hazlett to put him on his back. So I think that Paul Daly will take a unanimous decision in that one. All right, on to the main event. Rashad Evans taking on Thiago Silva. Rashad Evans, very, very good wrestler, has turned into a counter-striker as of late. We saw that with the fights with Chuck Liddell, Forrest Griffin. He tried to do it with Lyoto Machida. That didn't work out too well. Taking on Thiago Silva, who is a BJJ black belt. Very, very good boxing skills. He's kind of improved upon that. We kind of saw that with that nice counter hook that he threw against Jardine. And most people thought that fight against Jardine was a bad matchup for Keith Jardine, with Thiago coming in as the favorite, I think, for most people. But in this fight, this is intriguing. I've kind of gone back and forth on it. Rashad, could counter-strike and allow Thiago to walk forward on him. But I think what's going to happen in this fight, I think Greg Jackson's going to come in with a game plan of, let's see what Thiago can do on his back. He's got good top game jiu-jitsu, but his bottom game, we really haven't seen it. Let's see what he can do from the bottom. So I think that Rashad's going to use some combinations, set up some takedowns, put Thiago on his back, and I think that that's where Thiago is, if you want to find a weakness with him, I think that's one area that he does have some issues with, as well as guys that are able to throw body kicks and leg kicks against him. So I'm going to say that Rashad Evans wins a unanimous decision in this one and beats Thiago Silva. All right, on to the K-1 /Dream/ Sengoku Dynamite Power of Courage New Year's Eve card. Gonna run down the fight card really quickly. Norifumi Kid Yamamoto versus Masanori Kanehara. I got Yamamoto winning a unanimous decision. Kanehara is the Sengoku featherweight champion. Satoshi Ishii versus Hidehiko Yoshida. Ishii was the judo gold medalist from the Winter Olympics in 2008. Was going to fight with the UFC. He was going to sign a contract. That didn't end up happening. So now he is with... who is he with now? I wrote it down. Now he's with Sengoku. Yoshida is a vet, very good judo player, good striker, good grappler. I think he's got the experience factor on Ishii, and I think that's what's going to play into this fight. Yoshida wins, I think, a decision in that one. Aoki versus Hirota. Aoki should win this one by a second-round submission. Hirota actually beat... let me see here. He actually beat Kitaoka, who actually almost took Takanori Gomi's leg home with him. Alistair Overeem versus Fujita. Overeem by a first-round submission, probably by a Kimura. Melvin Manhoff versus Kazuya Masaki. That's a tough one to call. Masaki by split decision. Kawajiri versus Yokota. Kawajiri by first-round TKO. Hayata Maha Sakurai versus Akihiro Gono. Sakurai by second-round TKO. Haruyuki Takaya versus Michihiro Omagawa. Omagawa by unanimous decision. Katsuyori Shibata versus Hiroshi Izumi. Shibata by first-round sub. Marlon Sandro versus Hideo Takora. This could be the fight of the night, I think. Sandro is a BJJ black belt, decent striker. Takoro, good judo player, fast, good striking skills. I'm going to say that Sandro, though, pulls out the split decision in that one. And then to finish up the Super Hulk tournament, Sokuju versus Minowa. Sokuju by first-round TKO to be the Super Hulk champion. So those are my picks for UFC 108, Evans versus Silva, and the Sengoku /Dream /K-1 New Year's Eve card. Leave me your thoughts, whether it be constructive, negative, or positive, as always. Make sure to check out my sponsors on the description side. Hope you all are having a safe and happy holidays. And on that note, you guys, have a great day.